As many of you guys know, Origins is a mod where you could pick, your origin. The origins that you pick will determine how you play the game. Like for example, by picking Endarian, you have to avoid water so you don't get damaged. Beating Minecraft is hard enough. Imagine doing that, but you can't breathe on land. That's where the Merling origin comes in. With the Merling origin, you could breathe in water, but as you guys know, there's no water in the Nether, making it the hardest origin out of all of them. And this is how I beated Minecraft as a Merling. When I loaded up the world, I picked Merling as my origin, but since I had Origins classes mod installed, I just picked Nitwit, because they have no skills and they are useless. The first thing I needed to do was find water. Good thing I spawned in an island. Coincidence? I think yes. Then I did normal Minecraft stuff like breaking blocks, crafting, disintegrating blocks, fabricating cubes. Then I needed a bucket, so I swam around the island in search of iron. Then I remembered that you can't break iron with a wooden pick, so I went back, crafted a stone pick, and mined it. Then I swam around the island once again, and holy crap, is that an ocean monument? Then I mined some more iron, then I killed some animals, and made 2 buckets. Then the world tried to kill me as I was organizing my inventory. Then I crafted some tools and armor, and started to look for a village. I stopped by a ravine to look for resources, and there was this guy who was shooting me with a trident. Don't worry, I killed him. And then there was another guy with a trident. He probably got the news that I killed his friend. Don't worry, I killed him too. Then I found this ruined portal and got 2 golden apples. Then I stopped by at another ravine, and this ravine had so many mobs. Then I almost died to a creeper explosion. This was probably a sign that I should go, so I packed up my things and went back to searching for a village. Then I found some land, so I did some running, and even more running. Then I found a shipwreck and found some bamboo. Then I found a desert temple and found some enchantment books and 2 diamonds. Then I went back to traveling. After about 1,000 blocks of traveling, I finally found a village. Then I decided to stay in this house. Then 2 villagers decided to go in the house, so I trapped them with me, and I made one of them a librarian and the other one a fletcher. I planted some bamboo outside, then I borrowed some of their hay bales. Then I started killing skeletons for bone meal. Then I realized that I wasn't losing any air bubbles, so I thought that the game glitched. So I saved and reloaded the world many times. It wasn't glitched. It was probably raining and I had my particles off. The next day I farmed some more bamboo, and I definitely didn't almost get the 2 villagers killed. Then I mined some wood from the forest. Then I headed back home and almost got killed. The next day I traded sticks for emeralds. Then I tried to get a respiration trade. I didn't get a respiration trade, so I expanded the bamboo farm instead. Then I tried to get a respiration trade again and eventually got one. Then I crafted an emblem, made a respiration 3 helmet. Now that I had a respiration 3 helmet, I could finally breathe on land longer. Then I mined some sand so I can make bottles. I crafted bottles with the glass. Water bottles give you 2 air bubbles when you drink them. Then I borrowed more hay bales and went to Y11 to do some mining. Then I found some lava, and when I went around the corner, I found some diamonds. So I went back on the surface, made a pickaxe, and enchanted it with efficiency 3. Then I went back to the mine and got some obsidian. I made an enchantment table and made another portal back in the mine. And when I went through the portal, I was in the Crimson Forest. But before I traveled in the Nether, I need to get better armor. So I went back in the portal and started to farm some bamboo. Then I made one of the villagers a fisherman so I could get a bucket trade. So when I die, I have infinite source of buckets. Then I bought one and named the fish Bob. Then I made one of the villagers an armor and blah 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 blah. Farmed some bamboo, blah 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 blah. Made a fortune 3 pick. I'm just gonna fast forward to the part where I travel in the Nether. When I went in, I did some exploring around the portal and found a bastion. Since the bastion was in the positive negative quadrant, I decided to find the fortress in the negative quadrant. So I did some mining, and even more mining. I also made portals along the way so I can refill my bottles. I did some more walking and mining, then I found the Soul Sand Valley. And if you've been in a Soul Sand Valley before, it's very annoying to travel there, so there was no way that I was gonna travel through there. So I continued mining blocks, and after 100 blocks, I finally found the fortress. So I decided to go back home, got some food, prepared my pickaxe, mined some more obsidian, brought Bob, and went back to the Nether. Then I did some exploring the fortress, and I eventually found a spawner. Then the game started glitching. I couldn't drink my water, I couldn't even place blocks, so I reloaded the world and made a portal. Then when I went back in, I kept hearing blazes, but the blaze spawner was far away, so I decided to dig the wall of netherrack, and lo and behold, another blaze spawner. So I started killing the blazes, kept refilling my bottles, and when I had 11 rods, decided to go back home. I didn't have any food left except my golden apple, and I was lost in the fortress, and I only had enough obsidian for one portal, so I decided to travel in the overworld. On my way back, I killed some pufferfish so I could make water-breathing potions. Then after 1,000 blocks of traveling, I found one of my portals. So I went in and traveled back home. I started getting ready for the end fight. I made potions, got pearls, made better gear, and made more food, and double checked my stuff before I go. After that, it was time to find the stronghold, so I threw one of the ice and started traveling. A ton of swimming later, I finally found the stronghold. When I entered, I was greeted by 3 creepers. They probably heard that there was a guy that was attempting to beat Minecraft as a Merling, and they exploded with excitement. Literally. It wasn't long enough until I found the portal room. I placed a bed in a chest. I placed my backup stuff in the chest. Then I completed the portal and went in. As soon as I got in, I made an infinite water source and pearled to the island. I made another infinite water source and started to shoot my arrows in the air sometimes, saying Ayo, Keepers KO. Then I did an epic emoji water bucket, and when all the crystals were destroyed, I started killing the dragon. And when it was one hit away from death, I decided to give Bob the last hit. When the dragon was perching, I was stuck in a corner because Endermen were mad at me. So I decided to make a run for it. And that's how we beated Minecraft as a Merling.